It finally fucking happened, Ryan.
You're right. NAC was finally confirmed for the PS4 Pro.
Ah, fuck. I actually forgot to write that. But anyways, this is Jurge Ryan Video Games. We're a monthly video game podcast where we discuss the news of the month previous and the games of that month previous and the games that are coming out. The NX is no longer an NX. It's actually a thing.
Oh yeah, that thing.
After
the news of NAC for PS4 Pro, that just overshadowed everything.
That's so big. It's like, everything else gets kind of lost in the weeds there.
Yeah.
Mark Cerny comes out and is like, this is how I always dreamed it would be.
How
do you like me now?
This.
I like you very much, Nick. I like you very much. But for real, we are a video game podcast. And for 2 months now, or 3 months, we've been saying, surely Nintendo will announce their newest console by the next time we record.
And that never happened.
No.
Not
and
once.
Then I was watching the getting ready to watch the presidential debate, the last one, and they're like, oh, hey, guys, tomorrow morning, wake up, we're going to drop it. Oh, okay, I guess this is Nintendo. Okay.
I was in denial. I was like, you can't just throw it at us.
This is how you release products in 2016, I guess.
You just say, hey, we're going to drop
wake up tomorrow. Okay, cool.
At 9 a.m. And I was like, okay, sure.
I guess, sure,
whatever you say, Lord Nintendo.
Right, and so they showed this trailer, and they showed the console, which was
exactly what all the rumors said it would be.
Yeah, and it was kind of anticlimactic, but it was nice to finally
it was nice to know, okay, so this is what it is.
Right. So let's go from the top. This new console, the Nintendo Switch, formerly known as the Nintendo NX. It is a portable console. What does that mean? PSP 2? No, it's not the PSP 2, although it kind of is like the PSP 2. It is same games from... Okay, so it is a docking console. You could dock it on a little dock guy, and from there you can connect it to your television to play your video games on your television, either by using... Man, there's a lot to digest here.
It is the dock. The dock is how you connect it. You can't have a cord.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea, I think, what they're going for is this is at its heart a home console,
right?
But you just happen to be able to take it with you.
Exactly, because
they're going more for the home market than they are for the handheld market.
Right. The innards are inside this tablet sort of dealy thing. And on the sides of that tablet dealy thing are two removable controllers, or quote-unquote Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons, yeah. I like that name.
Right.
It's better than Wiimote.
Mm-hmm. That you would detach when you want...
sliding them on.
By sliding them on.
Very nice.
Sliding them on when you take them off when you want to play at home, and then you connect them to it looks like a battery pack almost, sort of thing.
It's like a little grippy thing. It has the more tactile stuff for it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have a controller there, and you can play it, and then you're like, well, I'm done playing Legend of Zelda, and the dog wants to go outside. Fucking dog. And then you go up to your dock, you pick up your screen, you hook up your controllers to the screen, and I got a little tablet that you can go around, play Legend of Zelda around.
Or your dog takes a shit in the yard.
Yeah. And you're like, isn't this neat and novel? Wow, what an innovation. What great. And that's the console.
I really love your enthusiasm about that.
I am enthusiastic. I'm just saying, it's... I don't know. I'm just trying to, imagine, if we knew nothing, right? Knew nothing about this.
If we knew nothing, this would be crazy.
And it would be like, holy fucking shit. I feel like the hyperbole would be a lot more extreme. There's still some hyperbole, and I think there is reason to be excited. I am excited.
A majority of people didn't know about this. And, you can see by,
because they didn't know the Wii U
They didn't know the Wii was a sequel to the Wii. They thought it was just an add-on. But yeah, the video on Nintendo's website, the Switch trailer, it blew up.
13 million.
I think it's at more.
Well, it's 13 million last time I checked, right?
I think it was 17 last time I heard.
That's a lot of views.
That's a lot of views. It's their most viewed video. So for a lot of people, this was a huge surprise. But if you were following our podcast, it is not a surprise. It is just same thing.
No, but their marketing plan worked exactly. Like I said, how you market a product in the year 2016, you just say, hey, this is happening. And they're like, oh, shit, this is happening. And then people stir up a buzz, and it's already starting to trend, and then it happens, and then it blows up for the rest of the week.
Yeah, just make that hashtag, and then
all the Rockstar is here with what? But guys, we got a game too.
And they're like, shut up. Does it run the Switch? Shut up. That's pretty much it. That was that day for you.
Yeah, and so this console was announced, and what was certain from that video was that it is a portable console. It will have Nintendo video games. It will have video games not made by Nintendo.
They had a pretty sizable third-party list.
Right. And
with some pretty cool names, like From Software. That was the one that sticks out for me.
It was
Dark Souls guys.
a lot more names than there was at the Wii U's press event.
There was a nice comparison I saw. Like, this is all the third parties supported the 3DS, and it was like 5 people. And then the Wii U was like, this is like 8 people. For this one, it's like 30. It's like crazy. It's very good.
Yeah. And so we knew that. And we also knew that you had there's a second controller you could purchase that doesn't have anything to do with the... It's just like
a pro controller.
It's like a pro controller, traditional controller. And then later on, like... building, like, people went out and did some work, mostly Laura Kate Dale and Emily Rogers. Emily Rogers pretty much had a lot of the...
She was pretty spot on.
It's pretty spot on. Everyone... The people who are like, oh, we can't trust this fucking bitch, I don't fucking care, god
She
damn.
got one thing wrong in the past. She's a hypocrite.
Yeah. They were pretty much spot on. And then we found out that... the weirdest thing is that everyone was like, well, is it a touchscreen? And it was like, well... It seems obvious, but we're like, well, they didn't say it was.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, it is a touchscreen, according to reports.
You know, that is... I mean, it's good that they didn't, because I feel like that would cause a little more confusion. Like, oh, you can do some things on the portable one that you
Exactly,
can't
right?
do.
And then that breaks the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but then, according to the Laura Kate Dale thing...
One of them has an IR sensor.
The right Joy-Con, you can kind of see it in the video, but it's a little blurry. The right Joy-Con has an IR sensor... So things you could do on the touchscreen, you could mimic on the TV with that.
It's not a perfect solution, but it is a solution.
But also, I feel like Nintendo has done motion controls since 2006.
No, yeah. Motion controls now is like solid.
So yeah, I knew that like the Joy-Cons would have like motion controls of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they would just drop that. It's weird enough that they're dropping the 2-screen thing, which they've done since 2004.
That is weird.
That decade is over. The clamshell thing, that's over. That's done with.
That whole thing... Yeah, that whole chunk.
That whole era is gone.
This does feel like a new start.
Yeah, which is good, which is what they've needed.
Uh-huh.
You know, no more Wii branding, no more DS branding, like a whole new start, whole new outlook on life. I think that's going to be very good for Nintendo.
Uh-huh. And a lot of more smaller things of the console. Support up to 128 gigabyte SD.
That's a rumor.
4 gigabytes of RAM.
Rumor, yeah.
NVIDIA is making the chipset for it.
We know that.
For sure, and NVIDIA confirmed that. It has a headphone jack.
Oh, snap.
It has a headphone jack. USB-C.
That's the rumor, yeah. That charged with that. That'd be very good.
That would
that's
be
the
nice.
New, like, standard for phones.
And I think that was all the tech stuff, really. But
all right, so the big thing is people are saying that battery life is going to be terrible, and that's according to like a few rumors we heard.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that for sure, because battery life on like the NVIDIA Shield is pretty solid. And if they're a huge part of making this, I don't feel like it'd be that bad.
But I feel like I feel like that is a very reasonable thing to be skeptical about.
It is, but also the other idea is this is mostly a home console deal.
Yeah, but that is true. That is true.
And this is all speculation, but I guarantee you, by the time a Pokemon game comes out on this thing, Nintendo will release a portable-only Switch system for that will have like a better battery life and that will not dock into your TV.
I can't comment on rumor speculation.
I feel like that's what they would do, because this definitely feels like the combination of both their home and handheld line,
which is everything. Which is like, to be honest, the number one reason why this is exciting, to have all their software on one platform. I saw some people talking about like, what happens to the 3DS? Dog, who fucking cares about the 3DS? Throw that out the window. It's 2011. Man, I can't wait to play Resistance 3 with my fucking Move fucking gun. Oh man. Can't wait for the Avengers movie. It's gonna be tight as fuck, my man.
No, I love my 3DS. Obviously, it does really good for all the stupid bullshit it has on it. But I'm honestly not looking forward to playing Pokemon Sun and Moon on it, because it is a gross looking thing. And I love my little Pikachu 3DS, but like I need something new that is HD.
It's been a while, that MP3.
That MP3, yeah. And
Oh, but Ryan, I think the second thing that we gotta talk about that there was a new fucking Mario game on there, which is the most exciting thing. Part of the footage of this whole thing was a fucking nice girl playing Mario, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I love Mario," and their friends across in the other apartment are having a rooftop party. It's like, "Come play, blah, blah, blah."
And it's like, "I'll bring my Switch." No, leave it there.
And so she brings a new Mario game with her.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of it, but it looks pretty good.
Right, the level that they were playing there had like a sort of Mexican sort of like vibe to it,
like Day of the Dead,
Dead sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that. I think some people went out like assume that it's gonna be the whole thing. I can't imagine that.
No. I think that's just like a world in it, and it looks a lot more 64 and
64 than Sunshine. Then
and I hope it's more along those lines because
it's been a while.
3D World is fine. I like that, and Galaxy is great, but I want something more like concrete and like one idea, and not just like let's stretch out as far as we can go. Like just stick with one thing or a few things.
It looks good. I'm excited for a new Mario game.
We saw new footage of Breath of the Wild.
Right.
We saw Skyrim Special Edition running on it.
I'm not sure if that's actually.
I mean, it is, but I just don't. I don't think anyone can confirm a game on.
But
now.
I know maybe right. Like you're saying, like you can't not until January. You can't say.
Yeah, on January people are going to be.
But
like,
that Sonic game's coming. We know about that Sonic game.
That's the outlier. I don't.
We know about Just Dance.
Ah, damn it! Look, no one cares about Sonic and Let's Dance. Okay, Just Dance. I mean,
I think there's another indie game. I can't remember.
Probably.
Oceanhorn.
Maybe. We also saw footage of.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart and Splatoon, which are both sequels.
No way in hell.
That Splatoon one is definitely a sequel.
No, it's not.
There's too much different in the one second of what we saw.
I think there's not enough different to get anyone excited about Splatoon 2 if that's all you're bringing to the table.
We saw a little bit, and the characters look completely different. They have pants. They have new hair. The base where they spawn at is completely different, and I feel like why would you change something that minute in a port? What would be the point? Also, Splatoon came out in 2015.
Dude, it's not that long.
Look, man, I think if a Splatoon game came out on the Switch, it would come out in the summer, and I feel like 2 years is a pretty solid time.
Way.
Look, man, think about this.
That's
George.
under the Ryan.
No one has been making a Wii U game for 2 years now.
Ryan, they supported that game for at least half a year after release.
It wasn't big stuff. It was small little fixes and things.
I don't think so.
Look, man.
What team in Nintendo was that too?
It was the Animal Crossing team.
It was the Animal Crossing team?
It was the Animal Crossing team.
Okay.
Even though I also think that we might be getting an Animal Crossing around launch for this. I mean, that's just my hopes and dreams. Look, man, I'm saying that is a sequel. Mario Kart, I'm less known out.
I'd be so bummed if that's what the new Mario Kart game looks like.
I mean, I feel like it's just all this could just be tech demo stuff too.
Oh yeah, totally. This could all be fucking farts in the wind.
The Mario Kart 8 thing definitely, not 8, the new Mario Kart definitely looked like a tech demo because it had all the UI from 8, but things were different. They had 2 items, King Boo was in it, so it was what is
But
this
here's the thing, Ryan. We also know that Emily Rogers said there are ports coming.
But she said that a year ago. About
this has to be there's no ways are new games. No way.
Look, man, I'm saying she also later went on to say that some of them were less likely.
But she did say that.
I forget which ones. The only thing that I feel would be ported to the NX would be Mario Maker, which I feel that should
definitely 100%
needs to be.
And then it's going to be a giant kerfuffle because none of those stuff is going to transfer over unless
I think it will.
Unless it's all going to be
transferred into the 3DS version.
That's true. Maybe it'll just all be one giant thing.
It better be.
That'd be good.
That needs to be launched, and my personal hopes would be that would be packaged with the system.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice. And also, I feel like Smash will probably be
get
coming
a port,
with all the DLC, because all the DLC for that is way more expensive than the actual game.
Is it really?
It is way more expensive.
Oh wow!
If you get all of it, so I feel like a definitive version with Smash Run from the 3DS version, because that was a great mode, and Smash Tour or whatever it was called on the Wii U version sucked.
Still waiting on those Bayonetta amiibo and that Cloud amiibo.
Hey, we were confirmed that they are coming. What if they come out for the NX Switch launch? Buy your
Maybe.
Switch, get a Bayonetta.
But anyways, the biggest thing is like the question because you got some theories that I can't sign off on them. But number one theory: do you think we'll get the Mario game at launch?
No.
What the fucking god? What?
No, that is the holiday title. I guarantee.
Oh
that.
my god! Fuck
Breath
off!
of the Wild comes out at launch.
So. Ryan, they've
they're
doubled on Mario and Zelda games before.
They did that for 3D World and
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds, and Link Between Worlds is a much better game than 3D World.
I disagree. Well, I haven't played Link Between Worlds. I think 3D World is a fantastic game.
You play Link Between Worlds. It is one of the top best Zelda games.
And I think
ever.
Mario's an incredible Mario game. I think it's better than Sunshine.
George, I can't be on this podcast with you. Sunshine is the best Mario game. I'm not even kidding. It's good. Man. I think Mario will be
You don't
Christmas.
think that's going to launch in it?
No, I do not.
So you think it's Zelda is enough? No,
No, I think it's going to be Zelda.
Then what's the thing? What's the heat? What's the hot? What's the heat?
Pikmin 4? Pikmin 4? I think we're going to get all the ports. Like, I think we'll get Mario Maker, and I think we'll get Smash at launch. We'll get Breath at launch.
Breath of the Wild.
We'll probably get Skyrim
some third-party
at
stuff. Maybe NBA 2.
Probably NBA. And then maybe
Skyrim?
definitely Skyrim. I think definitely Skyrim. Honestly, maybe Pikmin 4, and maybe an Animal Crossing.
Maybe something from maybe something from Namco. Fuck! Namco's got Tekken coming out soon.
Namco is actually probably working on the Smash port.
I mean, sure, but Namco's a lot of people.
Because I think Sakurai's tired of Smash.
I mean, yeah, but Namco launched 2 titles for the Wii U.
We might get a port of Hyrule Warriors Legends because no one likes playing that 3DS one, and they have a lot of DLC.
And also, Koei Tecmo will port their shit anywhere. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe.
Fatal Frame 6 coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Maybe they keep making them. Someone keeps giving them money. I don't know.
There's another one that fixes the problem.
Someone keeps making them.
The 5th one.
You don't think there's a Mario game?
Not at launch.
No. A Mario game at launch is what's like. I will pick this thing up day one if there's a Mario game at launch.
But there's Breath of the Wild at launch.
I can play that on my Wii U, dog.
Throw that thing out the window, George. You don't need it.
I can play it on my Wii U. That's not enough heat. That's not enough heat.
You can play Breath of the Wild when you're out walking your dog.
You need a Mario game at launch.
Yeah, Mario Maker.
That's an old game.
It'll be better. Look, man, I think
you're fucking up, man.
A full 3D Mario game and that full Zelda is too much at launch.
I think
need
that.
That's too much for people.
No, I don't think so.
Look, man, this comes out during the school year. I will not be able to play both of them at the same time. I will be broke and sad.
They said they want to launch with strong hardware. What you're saying right now is weak sauce software. That's
Breath of the Wild and like other surprises, other like smaller.
We'll see, man.
Surprises.
Nintendo Land 2.
I would love that.
I would love that, but I don't think they want to like bring up go dig up your Wiimotes.
Look, man,
and shit.
I just think Mario would be a great holiday title. Like, what else are you gonna do for the rest of the year?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Because you're saying this 9. I don't fucking know.
Mario Kart, unless it's a port, Mario Kart 9 would not be coming until like next year.
Maybe, sure, probably
18, by the way.
Splatoon 2, because apparently that's a thing that's fully.
I think Splatoon 2 might be late summer. Look, man, I think about this a lot, and I don't know if I'm too close to this emotionally to be accurate, but look, this is what I think. Breath at launch.
Right. We need to bring it.
later.
Let's bring it down.
Let's get back to Knack.
No. But
Okay.
speaking of a weird fucking out of your mind game titles, Beyond Good and Evil 2 earlier this month was confirmed by Patrice Desolé, and everyone was like, "Fucking whatever, dog." But then Ubisoft was like, "No, he's serious. We're doing it, like for real." And then he kept on elaborating, like, "Listen, we didn't make it before because we had the option of either doing this or doing Rayman. I wanted to do Rayman, and so they made those Rayman games." And I have to say, if sacrificing this game was making those 2 Rayman games that nobody gave a fucking shit about and were fucking fantastic and were better than a lot of Mario. I gotta choose my words carefully here. Better than New Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Bros. Yeah. I think that's a very fair.
That's
to say.
fair.
They're definitely more innovative than them.
So good, man. I like the original one a little bit
better.
better.
And I love the new Super Mario Bros. Series too. Like, a lot of people shit on them, but they're pretty solid.
Yeah,
they're pretty solid.
That's what people want. People forget. That's what people wanted for the longest time when those games came out. But yeah, so Larcade Dale put a report that's saying like this is gonna be a Switch game.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
There was the rumor before that it was going to come to the NX, and it was still the NX.
It's hot. The thing is, like that sort of like news is so like fucking whatever. But it's just she's a reputable source. Like, fucking okay.
She broke the news at the PlayStation Pro.
There have been weirder things before, I guess.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 was once a Wii U announcement exclusive.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
That was weird.
Now.
Remember how mad people were about that?
We just saw Skyrim run on the Nintendo Switch. We never thought that would happen.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows what's possible? Red Dead Redemption 2, only on the Switch. You heard it here first.
I mean, Ryan, slow your horse there.
Okay, cool.
Slow your Red Dead horse.
Oh, snap.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on to voice actors, Ryan. You like voice acting, right?
I love voice acting, especially the good kind.
Yeah.
Like in the first Resident Evil game.
Uh-huh. It
were a Jill sandwich. That kind of stuff.
Great voice acting, Ryan. And the thing is, we might go back to that voice acting because currently there is a strike.
Snap.
Yeah, strike.
When did this start again?
So this was a year ago that SAG, which is like Screen Actors Guild, they're sort of the union for like all actors,
including voice actors.
And yeah, I think that's the SAG-AFTRA. That's what their full title is. But anyways, yeah, like about a year ago, they said that they were they wanted to like put in these like rules and regulations for voice actors, and they were in negotiations with video game companies to get this going. Fast forward a year later, and those negotiations haven't been going anywhere, according to them. And so
a strike.
And so a strike happened. Yeah. So I'm just gonna read from the news story because I don't want to mess anything up from here. Let's go here. So, after a week of negotiations between Actors Union SAG-AFTRA and various video game companies, the voice acting community has declared a strike against some of the biggest publishers and developers in the industry. This includes EA, Activision, Disney Character Voices, Take-Two Interactive Software, among many others. Some of their demands are reasonable bonuses for every 2 million copies of a game sold, upfront conversations with producers about projects they're working on, and concerns from actors about working conditions taken seriously. So I think like that's for the most part reasonable. I don't know anything about the 2 million ones, the one that everyone's freaking out about, because the people were saying, well, developers don't get a fucking like a bonus if a game sells well, and I was like, yeah, maybe that should change too. And I think that's all.
We're in this world where video games are being more like they're higher budget than ever, and they're being more and more cinematic like, and I feel like it is time to fix that industry and make it fair for all parties involved.
Sure, because we are young, right?
Yes.
And so it makes sense that we're finally in this place like we're like, well, hey, this is a thing that we never really changed this because that wasn't a thing, but now this is a thing, and you know, we want to be treated fairly. But there's an update to this story this week that something I think it's starting to get nasty real quick.
Oh,
I don't think
I know about this update.
Right. So it seems like the company representing the game companies has opened up a site to plead their side of the story, kind of. So again, I'm going to read from this story verbatim. Okay, according to the website, both SAG-AFTRA and the video game companies involved in the strike had agreed to cooperate better when it came to protecting the voice actors' vocal cords, but where they differed on opinion was the length of the sessions. SAG-AFTRA demanded that a regular 4-hour recording session be cut into 2 sessions to reduce stress on vocal cords, but the actors be paid for 4 hours of work. The companies agreed to split the 4-hour sessions into 2 recordings as long as the actors arranged it ahead of time and recorded the 2 sessions within 5 business days. According to a chart on the site, the union did not agree with those terms and withdrew its proposal entirely. So that's interesting. So they're already kind of airing their dirty laundry there. And so they're saying like, well, we were good with most of them except this thing, and then they fucking pulled out completely. So they're obviously this is like a case, like a sort of legal case. So everyone's trying to make their like case seem as good as possible. And I think, I feel like 5 business days is that's a little too quick. I feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm with like the union there. Like I don't know. I don't like that. And then I don't know what happened because in order for them to pull out completely, that also means that the video game companies were like, well, we're not. That's a deal. Take it or leave it. And they're like, okay, I guess we'll leave it. Bye. And then I don't know if this is kind of like, hey guys, we've said this, and they're like, fuck you guys. Like, well, we just want to change this one thing. Like, no, fuck you guys. We're out of here. We're on strike. Because again, obviously, both sides are trying to paint their thing as best as possible. I didn't think this was gonna come out this soon. It's only been like a week and a half since this stuff's gone down. I want to. Voice actors I like voice actors. They do good work. They deserve. I think all their demands are completely reasonable. And I mean, it's hard to like speak up for a giant video game company because they're evil and dark. At least that's how they're painted often. Like they're like these sort of mega corporations. Even like individuals like Peter Moore go out on Twitter and tweet out a picture of Battlefield 1 and a hoodie and say like just what you need to fight in the trenches or whatever the hell. And we're like, oh, this is not most excellent. You should not tweet that out. And then today someone was like World War I feelings or moments or whatever the hell.
Oh,
like, oh, this is not And what sucks,
we need to change a lot of video games,
right? And so like you see stuff like that, and it's like it kind of feels like these companies and the people who work there don't have a lot of humanity. Because like this is obviously not a good thing to tweet out, guy.
No,
I know your fucking social media ninja skills or whatever say hashtag whatever the fuck, but stop and think about it for a second, my dude. I don't know. I wonder how long this is gonna go. That's what I want to know.
Do you think this will go long enough for us to see an effect?
Like a year later, we'll see stories like this weird thing happened with it because of that.
Resident Evil 7 was going to be great, but then this happened.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I also feel like we're in over our heads here. So we should move on to a breaking story. Ryan, you love Tomb Raider.
I love Tomb Raider. I love the first remake. Wait, no, the second remake.
I mean, I guess if you called Angel of Darkness a remake, I guess you would.
Wait, what? Wait, what are we talking about?
There was a guy in a subway who worked at either Crystal D or Eidos. Crystal Dynamics. Sorry, I call him Crystal D. Crystal Dynamics or Eidos. They had their laptop open. They had a PowerPoint slide for their new Tomb Raider game. It had the title of the new game, which is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and someone snapped a picture of it
and posted it on the internet. And now we know the next stupid title of a great video game.
Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. There you go.
George, what do you think this title means? When they went to the pitch meeting, then they were like,
so
we need a somehow shittier title.
Tomb Raider, period, signifies a rebirth for the franchise.
Tomb Raider 2013 was a rebirth. That's why it was just called Tomb Raider.
Right. Rise of the Tomb Raider means that this Tomb Raider is now rising. She is becoming the Tomb Raider. Like... Rise of the Batman or whatever, Rise of the character.
I thought she did that before.
By the end of the first game, right? Like,
yeah.
Right?
Because remember her hit quote when she was like, I am a Tomb Raider now.
Yeah.
And her friend was like, oh, okay, cool.
And I was like,
then the credits rolled. I remember that scene very well.
And I'm getting ahead of myself, but I played Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm not feeling any rising or like actual character development. It feels like the character is completely here and has been since the last video game, but whatever. But now Shadow of the Tomb Raider, what does that tell us? That tells us that this is a dark side or a sort of like falling...
She is but the shadow of the Tomb Raider she once was.
Exactly.
But did she ever become that Tomb Raider?
We're not sure. Because you would assume at the end of Rise of the Tomb Raider, she would have been like, no, for real though, I am the Tomb Raider.
And at the beginning of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, she's like, she has an empty bottle of whiskey in her hand. She's like, I'm not the Tomb Raider I once was. Exactly. Like, what happened in between? Whoa.
But yeah, I don't know. These names suck. That's the point.
Yeah, they're great games, terrible names.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hot news take.
And this picture was taken in Montreal, which is not where Crystal Dynamics is located. Crystal Dynamics is located in San Francisco.
Yes.
So that was weird. But then Kotaku was like, well, we have been talking to our sources, and they have said that this new Tomb Raider game is going to be made in Eidos Montreal, not Crystal Dynamics.
I mean, they have the engine already.
Which makes me
I'm
think...
assuming it's using the same engine.
Which
so,
makes me think, do you think they're going to Call of Duty this thing? Do you think there's going to be Eidos Montreal, Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Crystal Dynamics?
That could... I think it's possible.
Like, why? Unless Crystal Dynamics is rebooting Gex.
When do you think Shadow of the Tomb Raider would come out? That's the question.
I don't know, because Rise of the Tomb Raider came out fucking fast as hell. It came out in 2015, and the last game came out in 2013. That's a 2-year development cycle.
Do you think they spent a lot of times on the ports?
So that port was for Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Of Rise, yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider wasn't done by Crystal G. That was given to Nixxes.
Okay.
Who usually does all the ports for Square Enix and Eidos.
Okay.
So
when do you think is the soonest we could see Shadow of Laura?
The soonest, according to this timeline, is 2018, right?
Okay.
An announcement this upcoming year? 2017? At an E3?
Yeah, that sounds... I mean...
If we're following the same timeline...
I think one Tomb Raider every 2 years isn't too bad.
It's still a little much than I'd like, to be honest with you.
A little bit, yeah. Especially since I haven't played the last one yet. Look, man, let's not judge the book by its terrible name, okay?
Sure. And there's a movie at some point, right? There's a new movie coming out.
There's a new movie based off the reboot, but the reboot that doesn't have the terrible name yet.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of breaking news, I'm just looking at my phone here, and it looks like you remember the film Deadpool.
Deadpool, yes.
The film, he's all like rude and he's mean.
He's rude and crude, and he's all look at that camera.
You know how they're making a sequel to it.
They are,
and you also know how the director left that sequel.
He did leave that
sequel.
He's
leaving to make the Sonic the Hedgehog movie for Sony.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So look forward to that, folks. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie made by Sony Pictures.
Tim Miller.
Coming right at you. Really excited about it. Ryan's looking up this. He doesn't believe me, but
I do not look. I don't even believe this. First off, that Sonic the Hedgehog movie is not being made by the best team. It is being made by the Sonic. It's being made by the Alvin and the Chipmunks studio.
Wait, so it's not being made by Sony Pictures Animation?
It's being made by the people who make the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
That's 20th Century Fox. Who made that?
No, look, man.
Alvin Chipmunks is owned by 20th Century Fox.
Are you sure about that?
5,000% sure.
Look, man, I'm gonna look this up, and you go to.
But
the
also
next
making
story.
the next story involves you, Ryan. So stop doing that right now. Talk to me about the Pokemon leaks.
Okay, so
I guess fucking Pop Leo is a ghost.
No. Let me get to it. Okay, that's
Rowlet's a ghost.
That's a separate story, George. Calm down.
Okay.
So the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo came out a few days ago. I did not think it was a very good demo. It was pretty short and ran like a brick against gravel.
Okay.
But in the demo, people were able to data mine the information on it, which is similar to an event that happened in 2014 with the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo. People data mined it, and when they data mined the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo, every single piece of information about the full game was in that demo. Mm-hmm. People found out what every trainer was, what every one of the Pokemon had. They found out about a new Pokemon that they did not know about that was in the game. Every piece of detail was in that demo. So we assumed, for the Sun and Moon demo, they're not going to do that. They're going to fix what they did before, because if they spoil everything for a brand new generation of Pokemon, that would be a shit show and everything would burst into flames.
Sure.
They did not do a good job fixing it, and we now know a lot about the game. Basically, what we know, every item, every Pokemon, and a few other little tidbits. So the whole Pokedex was released. We now know what every Pokemon is. We now know every Ultra Beast, which is their super secret, what are those mysterious guys they got going on? And yeah, it was a huge break-in thing. A lot of the rumors were confirmed that. So in regards to Rowlet's evolution being a ghost, we found that out through this data mine leak that happened. So when the trailer popped up, it was like, oh, we already knew that.
So it is a ghost.
It is a ghost, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, a lot of information was leaked in one night, and I stayed up very late looking for all that.
Oh, you consumed all of it?
I consumed all of it.
Oh, why, Ryan?
Because I like to know... Look, man, I'm very strategic, and I need to know what my team is going in.
Okay.
So I wanted to know... I also want to know, like, what do these people that I want evolve into? Do these people that I like evolve? And also some other secrets.
Right, do they evolve into something shitty and
I don't
bad?
look up any, like, plot stuff, obviously. I just want to know what the Pokemon are. That's my philosophy of it.
I didn't know Pokemon had a plot.
This one is looking to have an interesting plot with all the Ultra Beasts and all the Gods of the Sun and all that.
Okay.
All that fun stuff. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A lot of stuff was leaked, a lot of good bits. I'm not going to say it because,
Really excited about Pokemon, Ryan. I'm very excited about Pokemon.
What was the last Pokemon game you played?
Crystal? For the Game Boy Color?
Crystal's a good game.
Some would say that's the best one that original.
I say the 5th gen, Black and White and Black and White 2, that's the best. That's the best
I'm just
gen.
saying, like, of that original thing.
Of that original thing, Crystal is definitely the best.
I got it with my Game Boy Color, I think.
Yeah, it would have been on the Game Boy Color. Got to fight Red and not Silver. It's badass.
Mm-hmm. That's the last game I played.
It's the last game.
Not crazy about Pokemon. Never gave it a shot. I bought it because the commercials and the TV show told me to.
That's true. That's
I did
corporate
not
marketing for you.
did not play Pokemon again. Yeah.
Anyways, we'll talk about Pokemon a little bit more later. But let's because that game comes out in November.
2016
and
is dead
I have
and over.
some hot hopes for it.
Ryan, you love Rockstar games.
Bully was a fun game from when I rented it once.
Love all of the Rockstar titles like Bully and Bully's Scholarship Edition.
Oh, that was a good one.
Well, they got a new one for you.
Is it Bully 2?
No, it's Red Dead Redemption.
Son of a...
Red Dead Redemption. I know you're hotly excited.
People really like Red Dead Redemption.
Fucking apparently, dude. People really, really like Red Dead Redemption.
The ideas of it. A Western.
I liked, like, the story was good. Like, this character who had a whole thing that happened to him, we don't know it, and he went through some shit, and now he's going through a Kill Bill thing where he's trying to redeem himself and get back at those people. And that's really fascinating. But everything else about the game I didn't really like. Like, it's still a Rockstar game. I mean, it's written a little bit better, but it's also kind of really stupid and doesn't control great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But people have been wanting this sequel for years. I remember last E3, that was a huge rumor that they were going to announce Red Dead Redemption 2. And they did it on a weird October afternoon.
I mean, they're Rockstar. They can do whatever they want. But I feel like the whole thing kind of backfired on them. So the first day, they released a logo that was just red. Their logo, the Rockstar logo, red. And people were like, what?
People clearly thought it was Bully. It was his uniform. Really zoomed in.
Right. You wore red. And then the second day, they showed a sunset with a bunch of people on horses and stuff. And then
that could have also been Bully.
Right, that could have been Bully.
He was just like on that like horse like cricket team, because that's what Bully does in this game. Bully.
And the third day, they were like, Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer coming out tomorrow.
That's a weird subtitle for Bully 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in denial.
And then that same night, then Nintendo announced the NX.
Like everyone forgot about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because then they did this whole thing, and they had a Twitch stream, and the Twitch stream was just for a 90-second trailer. It was a very good trailer. And by that I mean it was pretty. Like it was
very pretty. It didn't show anything
nothing
about the game.
Yeah. No, like nothing.
It was what I hate about video games.
Like I hate to be reductive and to be like whatever, but like the people who like Red Dead and Rockstar games aren't fucking like rock hard for some sweet nature vistas and stuff.
I feel like most like gamer subgenre people, I think it's fair to say that they don't care about that in their action.
Right,
game.
so you're saying like in general, like for most people,
they want it to look that good, but when you're showing someone that for the first time, they care more about cowboy killing
Sure.
shooty.
Like, they were going for a Fallout 4 thing, completely. But
Yeah,
Fallout
well,
4 thing had, like, actual, like, a lot of stuff.
And
like,
plus, Fallout 4, like, it has a specific, like,
it had a way more
new
mythical
aesthetic.
sort of... Yeah, sure.
The aesthetic here is just,
Quote,
like,
unquote.
Wild West, and that could be a
Red
lot
Dead
of it.
Redemption 2, a million times looking more impressive than Fallout 4.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. But, look, man, I don't know.
Like, they're setting a tone, and that's all it did, and people were disappointed, especially when you have a Twitch stream that you were making people go to, and it was just a trailer that you dropped. And so Red Dead Redemption 2 is a thing, I guess.
Bully 2 will continue not existing,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, I need to actually finish Bully someday.
Me too, I never finished it.
Man.
I rented it
too.
when it came out for PS2, and I never finished it.
I rented it on the Wii. It was a good game.
Was that Scholarship? That was Scholarship Edition.
It was Scholarship Edition, yeah. It was like one of the... I didn't have Twilight Princess at the time. I didn't own it. And that was like when it came to Wii, that was like the game. It was like buy Twilight Princess or Bully. I remember hearing that was like the two games you should get for your Wii.
Was Bully launch?
I think it was around launch.
I don't think so.
It was ported around launch, I think.
Maybe.
Rockstar wanted to get on that Wii bandwagon and then promptly leave it when they realized it's not a very good system.
I mean, that's where they put Manhunt 2, though.
Yeah. Man, the Wii was such a weird system.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was 2006, huh?
Yeah, I told you, man.
I don't know. Anyways,
Man, look at that great box art.
Bully was good.
Stylized.
Let's move on to our last news story, which isn't really news, I guess, but it is a hot topic.
It's just a weird thing.
It's a thing. It's covering video games in the year 2016. Again, this great year. Great year,
Yeah,
2016. Fantastic year.
Not for me, not for a Nintendo fan. It's a lot of indie stuff.
I
That
was
cool.
mostly saying for the rest of the country.
Yeah.
2016 hasn't been a most excellent year, but
No, a lot of clowns, from what I've heard.
a lot of clowns, and the money's all weird, and the millennials, and the Vine is dead. It all sucks.
Vine is dead. Millennials keep taking selfies everywhere. Like, my God.
It all sucks.
It all sucks. But video games are still here.
I mean, yeah, but if
For
you are
now.
a traditional journalist, you're going to have a hard time getting your hands on any of Bethesda's titles, because Bethesda put out a blog post that was just like, hey, well, they started out with a little preamble, was like, hey, we released Doom, and we didn't give the press release copies until the day before it released. Everyone was really weirded out about that decision. They thought the game was going to be bad, and then the game came out. It got critical praise, and everyone
loved it. They
Everyone
said
liked
specifically.
it. It's an incredible game. Everyone liked it. And we have now decided that from now on, we are only going to send press a copy the day before. And then they said Bethesda believes that players and critics should get the game at the same time. And then that was the end of the blog post.
Here's the thing about that. Bethesda makes very big games.
They do make very big games.
And I feel like people look to a lot of journalists, especially their like favorite ones, whatever, to know like, hey, is this game worth it? Should I get Skyrim Special Edition? Should I get Fallout whatever
Skyrim
edition?
Special Edition specifically, I'd say.
Yeah. Or like whatever their next big thing is, like Dishonored.
That is the next
That's
big
their
thing.
next
2
big
weeks
one.
from now.
Like, I think it's fair to like look at something like that looks cool, but I want to read a little bit about why should I buy this? And people look to that, and a lot of people do. And for like these big games, you know, giving a journalist like 24 hours to play and write up some really quick hot takes isn't good enough time, because a lot of games I feel like recently are like, yeah, the first half of that game was great, but after that it kind of turned into hot street trash.
Right. So I
feel like you need to give
this is
people
Bethesda.
time to do this.
Right. Because now here's the other thing. The other side of the coin is like they said this and they're like, okay, why does Gamer Master 420 have a copy of Skyrim Special Edition? And why does he say he's had it for a month? He's had it for a month, and he said that Bethesda sent it to him because he's such a big fan. That's interesting. And so it seems like Bethesda is banking on influencers for coverage of their titles.
But that feels like someone who is
that
already
feels
a
really-
big fan, they're only going to say good things.
It
They're
feels
not
really
going to be
gross.
critical.
It feels really gross. Yeah, exactly. And that seems, and if you, like, I tweeted out, like, man, Bethesda's Twitter account is a fucking influencer shithole. Because all they tweet out is, like, go check out dude's stream, go check out whatever the hell.
Go check out Elder Scrolls Fan 128's playthrough of Elder Scrolls Online and how you should still be playing it.
And
Man.
So this whole thing brings up, the question I have is, like, it's not like who's in the right or who's wrong. Is there going to be a chilling effect? Do you think? Because, so what are some other games that this have? Mafia 3 press did not get copies until the day before. No Man's Sky, people did not get copies of that. They found copies.
That was a game where people definitely should have had copies
beforehand. That would have definitely affected sales of it.
Sonic Boom, that's a bad example.
I thought Press had copies of that.
They did not have copies.
Oh,
they kept the press far away from that game. I think
Screw Attack got one early somehow because they were the first ones to release a video of that.
A few people got them. They got them early through, I don't know, Dirty Dealing. I don't know.
Dirty Dealing.
And that's how people like saw the footage of like
talking the cat behind the alley.
Oh, this was not finished at all.
No. And so, what do you think is? How do you think? Do you think this is gonna end up in? Like, do you think this is gonna be the new norm, or do you think this is gonna be like the? What was it what was it? Online pass? Remember, like you had to buy the game to get the pass, but then eventually that disappeared because it did not work out.
I think this is gonna bite them in the ass somewhere down the
road. I don't think this is gonna work because
I don't think for Dishonored, maybe not, because
I think Dishonored for sure. Dishonored's not Skyrim. Skyrim for sure. You can just throw that out there and be like, it's going to sell no matter what we say. And then it turns out there was audio problems with the release that were not covered because there was no review copies.
Yeah, especially that day, because all the games get their day one fixes now. And I feel like that might put people off. Like, maybe I shouldn't buy this at launch.
I'll wait a little bit.
I
don't need Skyrim now.
I don't need Skyrim now.
But then you got Bethesda tweeting out, like, oh, party like it's 11/11/11. Gamer Master 550 is going to be like, oh, Doba King, you know what I'm saying? Fools will die. You got an arrow in my knee.
Oh, the joke is back finally. It's finally here. I can finally... Look, man, I don't think this is a good idea. I get why they want to. I get like as a business, it makes sense if it works. Like if these people, I don't think it'll work.
If it works, if there are people who are watching this and they're like, okay, I'll go buy Skyrim.
Because when people put out like a whole like don't talk about this game or this movie until the day it comes out, that is not a good sign. People immediately think, oh, that's not good. Mm-hmm. It worked with Doom, surprisingly. I think that's an outlier.
But here's the thing. Doom would have sold way better if that was... Because Doom, I don't know, I see Doom for $20 right now. I don't see the numbers, but I don't think Doom did well. Because I'm telling you, if you saw that Jeff Gerstmann, that Brad Shoemaker review of Doom before it came out, him saying, like, this game is a marvel. Holy hell.
Because it's good to, like, before something comes out, you hear someone say, this game is fantastic. Like, okay, cool. Now it's, like, even more in my circle of, like, I know it more.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, I'm not going to really seek out... Like, here's the thing. Here's how I consume my game content reviews and whatever, right? I listen to a podcast. I visit a website, right? The game's out soon. Okay, I'm going to go check. Review's up. Awesome. Read it. Consume it. I know now. I'll keep it in my radar. Maybe not. I'm not going to go keep checking up, like, at least for, like, the person who checks a website or listens to a podcast...
Unless it's a game you are really passionate about.
Right, I'm not going to hunt it down like every day. Like, is the review up? Is coverage up yet? How about now? Is it up now? If there's no, like, I just forget. Like, I just forget the game came out.
Especially in, like, November where a new game comes out every other day.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to talk
about it. And there is a Watch Dogs 2 review. Like, oh, hey, that game turned out okay. I guess I'll check that out.
Yeah, but if Ubisoft didn't release Watch Dogs stuff until the day it came out, I guarantee you people would just forget about that game completely.
I think Dishonored 2 is going to be a very good test bed because I don't think the Dishonored name has so much weight behind it.
The game looks cool.
It looks cool, right? And I think Dishonored 2 is totally like, let me see a review. What's interesting about it? Then I'll buy it. Fallout 4, I would have bought in Fallout 4 regardless. But then a lot of people, Fallout 4 was like, this is the same fucking game. Like I was like, this game sucks. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. But we've had a lot of
we'll see how it goes.
We are not getting copies from Bethesda regardless. No. So let's...
I've asked them. They keep sending my email in the spam folder.
Right. Like, give me a copy of Skyrim Special Edition so I can throw it out in the trash.
And they're like, please stop. How did you get this email?
Actually, that's all the news, Ryan.
That's all the news.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to stretch. We're going to get more energy here and talk about the games we played. Ryan played Paper Mario.
I played Paper Mario.
I played some other stuff, and we'll be right back. We're back, Ryan.
Oh man,
this podcast has been like probably the only podcast to be like, "Hey, is that any Paper Mario game? Stop Why don't you relax?
Let's calm down. It's probably gonna be okay.
Why don't you settle down? Why don't you put that gun down?
Yeah, take the gun out of your mouth. It's gonna be fine.
Take this Wii U and check it out.
This is the game that's gonna end off the Wii U in a bang.
I mean, there's Zelda still, so
shut up.
So Ryan, report on us. You were in the front lines of the fucking Shy Guys sucking up the paint.
George, I was there when the 3DS showed Paper Mario on the 3DS.
Oh man, I'm so hyped for that Paper Mario.
So happy. I was so excited. I bought it day one, and I made the mistake that many Bethesda fans are going to make in the future. Where I did not read the review. I did not read the reviews. I made a huge mistake because that game is like
one of the most hated Nintendo. Like I feel like it used to be Other M. And I think Paper Mario Color Splash has topped that game by a mile.
Sticker Star crushed that. I feel like Sticker Star is still worse than Color Splash. Because at least I can play Color Splash. Sticker Star you can't play. But let me get into it. So this game, pretty as hell. You can agree with me on that.
Looks fucking... that's the thing they were like, I want to believe this is going to be good.
It starts off pretty strong, I think. There's lots of all the worlds, like it has that grid like level select thing, but all the levels they feel like full environments. They have like personality and depth to them, where they don't feel like a Mario run to the end of the course. Each one has multiple stars, so you explore at different times and do all the other stuff. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. The Toads writing is fantastic.
A lot of Toads. Only Toads.
You can tell Toads apart through their dialogue because it's written very well. They do looks very similar. I agree with that.
That's a big complaint I've heard about this game.
A
lot of Toads in this game.
A lot of Toads. There's a lot of Toads in a lot of Mario games, to be honest with you.
That is true, but they're
the special ones have like small tweaks to them. Huh. You know, they have little scarves and their little keyholes coming out of their shroom heads. Don't worry about it. It's not
okay.
Important.
That's
it's a thing.
All right.
It's a weird thing they do. But what sucks about this trash game, George, is that it's just not fun to play.
Is it the combat again?
The combat has improved from Sticker Star, because in Sticker Star, if I remember it correctly, you could only have a certain amount of stickers, and it was all organized very shitly. And like this weird grid that made no sense, and you had to select stickers. The card-based thing is a lot better, and they're a lot better and cleaner about giving you more cards to work with. You do run into that issue of like, I wish I could just battle this guy, but I don't want to run out of cards, and I don't want to go back and buy more. So like grinding is weird because you want to like level up, and leveling up is weird because you just get to like hold more paint. Which like you need
to paint your cards, right?
To paint your cards and paint the environments, and I'll get to that the former later. But then it's like I need to battle these guys because I need to level up, but I don't want to battle these guys because then I have to spend more money on cards, which feels repetitive and weird. Because in RPG, I should just be able to move, and it feels better than it was in Sticker Star, but still not great. But what I hate about this game the most, George, is the little Shy Guys. They sucked away the color from the
color from the straw,
and it's your job to repaint in the environments. And doing that feels so fucking tedious because you see all these patches of like white, and you're like, okay, slam it down, color it in. You see something other, slam it down, color it in. And you just keep doing this, and occasionally you'll get a good reward, like a card or like a fucking bonus, whatever. But you're just slamming down every inch of every map, and it sucks. Just sucks, George. I hate it. And when I play a Mario game, George, you know this, I 100% them.
Oof, yeah, that is true about you.
I don't know why I do it. I just have to do it. and the world map says how much you've painted in an area, and every area I've done, it's like, you've finished 99% of this area. It's like, god damn it, I have to go back and search this place for one piece of white shit, and some of them are really hidden well. And I just, it's not fun. It's not fun to play, George.
That is what I have heard about that game.
It's not fun. I haven't beaten the first chapter yet.
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't want to.
Are you done with it?
I'm very close. I paid $60 for this, George. $60.
That's a bummer.
Get closer so I can whisper that to your ear more.
That's how this works.
$60
Okay.
on a game I hate.
So yeah, it's no bueno.
Don't play it. Do not play this game.
Real bad.
Do not play it. I wanted to believe. There was recorded evidence of me believing in this game. But don't play it. It's not good. It's very, very pretty. The writing is like the best ever. Do not play this game.
Too many toads.
No, the toads are fine. Just playing the game sucks. Everything is great except for the game part of it. And that seems weird to me.
So are you telling me that maybe I should just watch like a little fucking movie cutscene thing?
Watch all the cutscenes and watch someone else go through the tedious, shitty process of painting every little square inch. And plus, the worst part is on like the home area and like the hub world area. There's like these little posts of like all your achievements, and they all sound terrifying to do because it's so time consuming. And I get it's an RPG and it's supposed to be time consuming, but Paper Mario games aren't necessarily like that. They're like the easy RPGs that you can crank out in a few days, but are still fun. But it just, it's so painful. It's so painful, George.
That sucks, Ryan. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do it. Talk about a good game.
Sure.
Or do you have any good games to talk about?
The rest of these games, I can say that they meet the line of being good video games.
That's fantastic.
Right, so let's talk about Thumper. I've talked about Thumper before, because I previewed it, and I wrote a thing about it. A rhythm violence game. You're going down this highway straight to fucking hell. You're driving down. You remember in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Which one?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you dangus.
Good, the good one.
You know when they go, you know when it's all like, oh, hey, this is fun and good.
And
they go,
oh, no.
Yeah, they go down this boat, and he's all like, no, for real, this is going to get fucking crazy. And
Charlie was like, whoa.
And there's like a chicken that's getting its head chopped off, and then it just
I'm
screaming.
surprised his grandpa didn't have a heart attack during that.
And he's screaming.
See, I would have.
And then at the end of the, have you seen 2001: Space Odyssey?
Yes.
You remember the end of that movie?
That was
where
a
it
trip.
ends, and it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm going through the stream of consciousness or some shit. I don't know what's happening right now.
For you to
I think
decide,
this movie's tapped into like the eternal like Gaia life force that sustains us all, I guess. But yeah, that's this game. You're this little beetle guy. You're on this track.
The 2001 of video games is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. Ain't no way.
But like the weirdest part of 2001.
2001: A Space Odyssey, the video game, except a little bit more Lovecraftian. A little more drums, a little bit more Journey album art. Actually, a lot more Journey album art.
What is this game?
It looks a lot like Journey album art, actually.
It's like a weird chimera of beasts that I don't even understand.
Yeah. So, yes, it's a rhythm game at its core, but unlike a lot of rhythm games, it's very minimalistic. It's not like trying to make you... I feel like a lot of rhythm games are like trying to live off a fantasy or trying to make the player feel good.
Yep.
That's not what this game is. This game is like, we're going to throw these things at you. They're going to come at you very fast. You got to hit them right at the right time. And if you don't, you're going to die, and we're going to make you feel bad, and you're going to do it again until you finish. And then we're going to give you a small... Like, the only reward is that you survived.
Oh.
But this is so fucking good as fuck. Like, you fucking love this pain, you piece of shit, don't you? And so you keep going through it, and it's fun and great, but it's also terrible and awful, and oh my god, this is getting ridiculously difficult to manage. And it is that sort of aesthetic, this weird, like this nightmarish, Lovecraftian, like David Cronenberg-esque, just like really like dark stuff.
Yeah,
mixed with this sort of like highway that you're going down and like making sharp turns and dodging obstacles, and it's all coming to you very fast with this drum. Like, I don't know how it's definitely like, I don't know what type of drum. Like, it's just like hard hitting drum that just hits you. I know there's something that I've heard before that I could compare it to, but it's not
on this podcast.
Not right now, no. And I haven't finished the game because it is very, very difficult. I'm currently on level 420. Level 4, Section 20.
420.
Ha ha ha, jokes, goofs. But yeah, and I don't know. I feel like with much determination, I'm going to eventually finish it, but I'm not sure. But it is one of the most like visually like if you're gonna make a list of like best like looking games of this year, it's up there.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like there's nothing like you look at it like you look at it, and it's hard not to be like
stare down the middle at it.
Right, like this, like whoa, this there's nothing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is this? And it never it never gets old. Like I was actually worried about that. Like, is this gonna get old somehow? Like no, like actually it's just gonna get harder and more intense in a way that's just like I'm supposed to do this. Okay, cool. And then you do it, and you're like, oh wow, that was awesome. And then maybe go back to master it. I'm just kind of trying to survive at this point, but it is a very, very, very good game.
Good.
Definitely one of my favorite games of the year. Who knows? Maybe I'll play more of it. I mean, I am going to play more of it. I don't know if I will be able to
finish it.
Go forward, right. We mentioned Tomb Raider earlier.
Good.
A year ago. Oh, man, it's almost been a year since we've been doing this podcast, Ryan.
Ah, jeez.
It was about a year ago. They were like, man, that Rise of the Tomb Raider game sure looked neat. I wish we could play it. Oh, well.
Eventually it came to Steam, and I never got around to play it.
No.
I want to play it this Christmas.
I have played a little bit.
Oh, snap, because it came to PS4.
It did came to PS4, and I played about, I'd say, 3.5 hours, I'd say.
Okay.
And I think I've just hit the point of the game where, like, the story's starting to unfold.
She starts to rise, as he would say.
Right, rise. Good. Of the Tomb Raider.
Her being the subject, being Lara Croft.
Who is doing the action that is rising.
Okay. Glad that's settled.
Right, so I played it, and so I made through a lot of the tutorial stuff. And first, what's striking is, like, it is a pretty game. I think for 2015, I think I would have been really impressed. But like, here's the thing: it's unfair. It's kind of. I think it's fair to compare it to Uncharted 4 in some ways, right?
Yes.
And when you're comparing it to Uncharted 4, man, Uncharted 4 is a way prettier video game, and I feel like that's unfair
because that came out later.
But the thing is, like, I can't distinguish them two. Like, I can't say like, is this a solid looking game in its own right on a PS4? And I think it is.
I think they wanted that exclusivity, so it would be like, this is the Uncharted of the Xbox.
Sure.
But it wasn't, because it's third party and it was going to go to everything eventually.
Like, I'm looking at, like, man, if this was in 60 frames, this would look incredibly impressive. Like, it is on PC.
Yeah. Which I will be able to enjoy.
Exactly.
Sucker.
So visuals great. They've clearly put, I feel like, with most games, like, your lead character model has the most, like, polygons or work put into it, but like she's got like it's incredibly, like, the difference is so striking. Like, there's like these small fine movements in her face that the other characters definitely do not have.
Does she still get killed in the most horrifying way?
Absolutely not as much. Like, it doesn't feel like the entire.
It doesn't feel like you're watching a torture porn of this.
I mean,
when
you fuck up real bad.
Yeah,
but it felt. The first Tomb Raider, it felt like the island itself was the antagonist. The island itself wanted to kill you. This doesn't feel so much. Like, she's just going through, and sometimes...
So they turned it from 11 to, like, 8.
Not like 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah. Not as much of that stuff. Definitely not as many quick time. That first game had a lot of quick time events.
It did. Are there more tunes for you to raid? I
ran into 2 so far.
Ooh.
And I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, well,
okay.
I guess I'll come back to this later. But... For the beginning, it was not grabbing me. It really was not grabbing me. But I'm now at the point where I'm like, okay, because now it's like, okay, well...
Now that you've learned how she's rising, you can get invested.
Right. Now I'm at the point where, like, things are like, okay, I'm starting to actually... Because the thing with Tomb Raider, unlike Uncharted, like, Tomb Raider is like, it's this character, sure, but there's also this thing of, like, leveling up your weapons, leveling up, like, your gear and all this stuff, and becoming stronger and becoming more of a badass. And now remembering that, like, okay, that's a thing. And obviously there's the Tomb Raider thing, which was the best part of the first game. But like I said, I couldn't figure out the first one. I also don't like the look of it. I don't like snow, Ryan.
Oh yeah, it's a very snowy
It's a snow
thing.
game. I don't like snow.
Are there all that fun ice physics that everyone loves from Super Mario Bros. 64?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
No, not yet.
She's not all sliding around.
No, she's not sliding
She's not going to slide and crack her head open
not
on
a
some
baby
ice.
penguin that lost her mother or dad. I don't... Is that how that was?
Yeah, the baby penguin lost its mother and he had to return it. But
No,
you gave it the wrong baby, and then the mom was like, get that fucking thing out of here. And then you threw it off the cliff.
See, I don't know if this is a joke or not. Was that actually how that happened?
This is what most people did in that game.
Oh, okay.
Because you go to the penguin, she's like, oh, I lost my baby, and there's a clear baby over there. You're like, oh, fucking idiot penguin. Then you show her that penguin, she's like, that's not my baby. What are you? Just because it's a penguin doesn't mean it's my baby. And you're like, oh, jeez, calm down. And then the penguin is like in the farthest place ever.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then it's the real baby.
So yes.
So yeah, it's a hot tip from 1996.
Yeah. So Tomb Raider, I haven't played enough. The thing with like, we used to be able to do the. Well, I used to do this like in the summer and stuff, and now we're in school, and there's just no gosh darn time to play dang
That's
video
why I'm
games.
waiting for Christmas, Jurgen.
Right.
That's why.
Thanksgiving's coming out. Hopefully, I want to play more of this.
I'll be playing Pokemon on Thanksgiving.
But first impression, I wasn't really into it, and now I'm getting more into it. I like it. I like it so far.
Apparently, it was fantastic.
It was a lot of...
Only no one played
My problem with it, so there's too much... It already seems like there's too much collectibles and stuff.
You see, when I played Tomb Raider 13, I did not care at all about the collectibles.
Yeah, me either. I'm just like, this is a lot of stuff you guys put in here that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Small things that annoy me.
I don't think it all led to anything, did it?
No, like it was just
I never saw like a video of like the completion.
For someone like me who at that point was into trophies, the problem was like I would totally 100% it, but their trophies were connected to the online as well. So I was like, well,
I don't care now.
And also, I've heard this one has so much collectibles. That's like, Miranda Sanchez of IGN.
Yes.
Yeah, she did the wiki for that, and like she's like, I have played a lot of video games for wikis. This game almost drove me insane.
Oh man.
Like there's a bunch. Like I remember during the season, like a bunch of people who worked at the IGN office was like, I think Miranda's gonna actually kill someone. And Miranda, she's just this calm, really fun.
Yeah, she's a very calm anime-loving girl.
Yeah, so
she's on anime.
She's the creator of.
Oh snap!
Yeah, she's the one. Let's talk about anime, but let's move on to another one's Xbox exclusive, I guess.
Oh man,
Titanfall 2.
The reason everyone bought an Xbox One.
Yeah,
at first at least. I don't know why anyone owns one now.
So Ryan,
Metal Gear?
Ryan, let me see. What is your interest in Titanfall?
None.
Really?
Not at all.
Okay.
Because it's just big. You shoot someone with a gun, then you get in a bigger mech, and then you shoot someone with the bigger gun.
That is very true. That is very true, Ryan. But what if I told you the shooting and is very good? Like it is exceptionally good.
You see, that's fair, but knowing my skills at shooting things,
there's a gun that shoots that shoots the targets and shoots for you.
One of my favorite characters in Overwatch is Soldier, and his ultimate is he shoots stuff without you aiming at it.
That's true. Well, there's a gun that does that in this game.
Oh, wow. I'll pick it up right now.
So Titanfall 2. Again, like Tomb Raider, I've played even less of this, but I've played some of it.
You played some online matches?
Not online, the campaign. Because this one has a campaign, the first one didn't.
Oh, yeah. That was a stupid thing it did.
I mean...
You have to have some... How else are people going to learn how to play your game?
I know, sure, but like this can't... Like this... Let's see. When you... the campaign... Here's what I'll say about Titanfall. The story... Absolute nonsense. This is James Cameron's Avatar porn. That's what this is.
Fantastic.
But the story seems nonsensical, and there is this sort of connection between your character and this robot guy who sounds really cool, and I do want to protect him, and I do want to kiss the robot. But everything else sounds absolute garbage. So it's just like, Soldier, you gotta go down to the thing. We've been fighting with the war for 500 years.
So this was like at the bottom of their bucket list of like things that have to be good
like, it
about
seems
this
like
game.
they were worried about... So this is me, like, from what I've played. It seems like they were worried, like, the level design and like what how the player moves through it, and weren't that worried about the story. Which is kind of
like people are gonna walk through it anyway.
Yeah, because like I said, like these levels are designed very well. They're very, like they really like. Here's the thing: when you say first person shooter, and I tell you there's platforming in this game, most people go, "That sounds awful. I don't want to do that." But the thing in this, like, it works perfectly because the game is about mobility and stuff. So it feels really cool. It's like, okay, jump to these 3 platforms, then shoot that guy down there, then jump on your mech, then go over there, punch that guy in the face, eject, go over there, run him through here. Again, it works perfectly. Like this, like the movement. It's very similar to another great game called Doom. This game is the Doom of the fall. It is very similar to Doom in this wakes of the controls.
I swear to God, every
Ryan
podcast, like, this is the next Doom of video games.
Stardew
Valley is the Doom of farming simulators. It's such a good game.
I mean, maybe if Stardew Valley felt very good, then it'd be Doom. I don't know, but in the way that like
they had a hot update on that game.
It feels very fun.
Yeah,
Titanfall feels very, very good.
Out of all these games you've talked about, which one are you going to hop back into first?
So, like, when you ask me this, I'm thinking of Thanksgiving break, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when I have time. Fuck. I think Titanfall 2, actually.
Really?
Over Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Over Thumper?
Oh, Thumper I can pick up every once in a while and then give up and then go cry. Thumper, I can tell you right now, like, I feel like here's the thing, like, a Thumper, I feel like I've seen enough that I can be like, this game, I could qualify like, hey, this is game of the year, I think.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that what's up ahead is just more of the same. I'm just saying, like, I know what this game is.
Yeah.
Titanfall, I'm not sure where this campaign goes. I've heard unbelievably glowing things about it. Again, I've heard this is
Thumper is the Doom of rhythm-based
I mean,
games.
it kind of is.
Much like how Inside is the Doom of...
Inside is the Doom of nothing. That's what it is.
Shut up.
But yes, so short and Titanfall, I haven't played it a lot, but it feels fantastic to play.
Good.
Feels better to play than that new Mirror's Edge game, which, Ryan, there was a new Mirror's Edge game that came out this year, and it was really bad.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
It was bad, Ryan.
They don't know what they're doing.
The thing is, Ryan...
They don't know what they're doing.
The thing is, Ryan,
They
I
do not know what
thought
they're
it was
doing.
going to be good, and it turned out that it was actually very bad.
Look, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is the Paper Mario Color Splash of whatever we were just talking about.
I mean...
We want it to be good
That's
more
a
than
stretch.
we want it to be good more than anything in the world.
No, it'd be different. It'd be like if they made... It'd be if like the only Paper Mario game they made before was Thousand Year Door, and then they made that. That's what
Super
it'd be
Paper
like.
Mario was good.
Oh yeah, sure, right.
If we throw Sticker Star out the window, then I guess.
Well,
we
that's
can
what I'm
make
saying. Is
this
like if there was a
comparison.
giant gap, and it might seem like there's no way in hell they would ever make a new Paper Mario game. Why would they do that? And then they did
They
it.
got these great Mario and Luigi games. They're not good anymore, George. The Mario and Luigi games are not
So what
good
you're saying is the state of Mario RPG is not great in the
It's
year
not great
2016.
right now. It is
We got a Paper Mario game and at the end of the year, and we got a Mario and Luigi game at the beginning of the year. Both
they
of
were-
them forgettable.
Not good games, even a little bit.
So Ryan, let's talk about man.
Not October,
I
November.
really wanted to play Mafia 3, and I really want to play Battlefield 1. Maybe we'll play. I feel like we should maybe do. Well, the thing is, there's
There's a lot of stuff to
I
play.
could say that we would catch up, but there's stuff coming out
There's
in
a
November.
lot of stuff coming out. We got so many.
We got Call of Duty,
Modern
just saying,
Warfare
it's out
4
there.
Remastered.
and Infinite Warfare.
Nah, who cares?
Ryan, here's the thing. I think this Call of Duty is gonna be good.
Oh man, that's a stretch. That is a stretch.
Like, they showed that gameplay at E3, and we were like, is this a VR game? There's no way this is a VR game. This is going to make you sick.
I was interested, but I wasn't like, oh, this is probably going to be a great game. I was like, what is this? And just because what turned out to be Call of Duty, I don't think that changes like what the end result will be.
I think this Call of Duty game is going to be good.
Will it be the Doom of Call of Duty games?
Absolutely not. I think Advanced Warfare was the closest I ever got to being the Doom of...
Did people like Advanced Warfare?
Advanced Warfare, like, people, like, out of all of them, like, the new ones from this generation, that's the best one so far.
People
Like,
were
Black
not a fan
Ops
of
3 was like,
Ghosts.
this is too much. Ghosts is awful. And we don't know about this one,
But
but
there were 3 ghosts, were there not?
there was one ghost.
I thought there were 2 ghosts.
There was one ghost, you dingus. And it was awful. And they
You
had...
can't just name your game Ghosts and have only one ghost in your game?
Wait a minute. So you're confused that they named their game Call of Duty Ghosts. As in, like the Alien franchise, there was a Call of Duty Ghost.
Yeah.
And then
it was Call of Duty Ghost and then Call of Duty Ghosts, right?
No, right? There's only one, and that was
Okay,
Ghosts.
Moving on.
Owlboy.
Owlboy.
This game is 10 years in development. That's kind
This
of
is
been the trend this year,
This
huh?
is the Night Owl origin story, right?
No.
Okay.
He was Robin.
Okay. Go on.
So yes, Owlboy, 10-year in development platformer indie game. Finally coming out. It looks very pretty. It looks very good. I don't know much about it other than that. Other than they were starting working when the Wii was coming out, and the whole conceit of it was, they saw that and they're like, that's game. What if they made games like they used to make them? Now that idea is tired.
Yeah, people do not like that.
But back then they were like, oh, and then this game's gone through so many changes.
It's weird that we're now getting a resurgence of 3D platformers, and people were so tired of them.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Everything comes back around. Ryan,
games.
flannel is definitely not in style right now, but you've been wearing it for so long that by the time you decide to not wear it, it'll be back in.
That's why I can never stop wearing flannel.
Exactly, because it's in now. I was ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I need to always be ahead of the fashion curves.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Owlboy. And then Nintendo just keeps delivering these quality games. A new Mario Party. Nintendo saw the climate of the year 2016. They saw what was going on in the world, and they thought what they needed was a new Mario Party game.
Yeah. But this one's going to be good, right?
Racism is still alive.
Okay, cool.
A horrible presidential election. Wendy's is bringing back the taco salad.
Oh, no.
We need to
Don't even bring that into the conversation, George. That's a slippery slope.
We need Mario Party for a portable. The second one for the 3DS. You know the 3DS. The Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah,
Ryan.
George, just calm down. No one's going to play this game, and it'll be fine. No one's going to play
this game.
People are going to buy the Waluigi amiibo that comes with it.
Absolutely.
But this game, everyone will forget it.
In fact,
and look, what was the Paper Mario Island Tour was the other 3DS one. That was pretty okay.
That came out.
That was pretty okay.
Mario 3D World came out and Link Between Worlds on the same day.
Look, that was a huge mistake. Even just a week before. Because the game was done. They just made a huge mistake. Man, that was crazy. That was a crazy day. And that was the same launch as the Xbox One.
That was the same launch.
We were the only people in line that day.
That was also the same launch window for Tearaway for the Vita. Because I picked up Tearaway for the Vita.
Oh, yeah. You showed up to buy a Vita game. I showed up for a Wii U game.
And everyone else was buying Xbox Ones with their Rise Son of Rome.
We got to wait inside because it was a freezing night, remember?
Absolutely, I remember. It was cold.
We got to wait inside because we were not picking up an Xbox One. Mm-hmm. It was unfair, but it was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. It was a good day.
Ryan, something way more interesting than Mario Party. What amiibo are you going to pick up? Are you going to pick up... I really like Daisy.
Yeah.
I love Daisy.
I know you love Daisy.
Great. Boo
glows in the dark. It's great.
They showed that in that dumb video that it glows in the dark. But Boo don't glow in the dark.
It's a ghost. Shut up. It's a ghost. Spooky, scary. The Luigi Mansion poster.
What if it had a motion sensor? And when you were away... Well, that's kind of scary, actually.
This is the $13 toy, George.
Well, whatever.
Look, man, I like where you're going at.
Exactly. He would cover his face and he'd get all bashful and stuff, and then he'd be like, bah.
Yeah, but then he's covering your face when you're in the room, and you're like, oh my god, I don't have a soul. Right. And this toy knows it.
And there's Diddy Kong with a barrel on it. Moving on.
Who cares?
Harvest Moon. Ryan, you like the farming games, but you are not a fan of the Harvest Moon games now because they're not made by the same developer. Is that correct?
Yes. They're made by Natsume, who used to just publish them. And Natsume does not know what they're doing at the moment. In my opinion, obviously. I don't know. I don't remember what the name of that last Harvest Moon game was, but it looked weird and Minecrafty, and it was not good. That Harvest Moon phone game, I've heard nothing but negative things. I went on a Harvest Moon forum, George, to ask people, is it worth $10 to buy this Harvest Moon game on my phone? And everyone was like, no, don't. It was the worst mistake I've ever made. And I'm like, okay, fine, awesome. This looks better. It does look better. I like the idea. I like what I've seen. It will not be a good game. Stardew Valley is the best Harvest Moon game made in the last 10 years, and I haven't even finished that yet.
All right, then.
All right, and it's for the 3DS, which I don't want to play anymore.
Really? You're done? You're done,
I'm done. I'm never going to play a 3DS game ever again, George.
Right.
Let's move on.
Right. Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2.
We talked about it.
We did talk about it.
I didn't play the first Dishonored. People really liked the Dishonored first one.
Did a lot of people play it, though?
I don't know. Apparently, because everyone's excited.
I don't think people thought there would be a sequel. I think because it was a huge deal, right?
The first one maybe sold to 1 million or 2 when it first came out.
For a new franchise, that's not too bad.
No.
But I don't think it did well enough receptionally for...
It's got some written work by Kara Ellison, which I'm excited. I love Kara Ellison. She's my favorite games writer.
Yeah.
That's all I know. There's rats.
There are rats.
You got rats.
It has that cool rewind look through time thing that I really liked.
Again, I would love to know more about this game, but there's no reviews.
We will not know until November 25th or whatever.
Sucks so bad. God damn it. Oh man.
It all comes back around, George. It all comes back around.
If only I could hack Bethesda. I don't know. Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2.
Big Brother 2.0.
Watch _2, starring a guy. Will this be better than the first one?
It kind of...
It has to be.
It almost has to be.
Remember when Watch Dogs was first shown and we were like, man,
that's
cool. Going to be great. And then it turned out to be nothing like that.
I mean,
it had like it had like the ideas on paper, but it did not have like the concrete things linking those ideas together.
Good game. That's the
no.
thing. It was a very boring game.
If this is as good as what we originally thought Watch Dogs was going to be, I'd call it a success, George.
Sure.
But I watched the trailer and I felt like I should be feeling something, but I didn't. I felt the same cold emptiness I always feel.
I really just want the game now to take itself seriously. But I think it's still going to take itself seriously. So I think it's not taking itself seriously, and it's trying to be fun and goofy, and it's like real. Like it's like laughing at its own joke.
Yeah.
Like it's thinking like, oh, aren't we fun and goofy? And it's like the exact you're doing the same thing, except now you're doing it about the fun and goofy stuff. Because the last game, this is fucking serious shit, guys, and this is fun, good times, guys.
Man,
I don't know. I think I'm gonna play it.
Go for it, man. I told myself I was going to play it on the Wii U, and that came out, and then that got delayed, and then I just stopped caring. And now I'm going to play it on my Nintendo Switch. Ho! Coming back around. All
Ryan,
right.
you said you want to play a 3DS game.
I never will again.
But there's a new Pokemon game.
Oh, shit.
So I think you have to.
Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out.
I think we've said a lot about this game.
There is a lot.
I think we've said that you're going to play it.
I am going to play it. I haven't pre-ordered it yet for some reason.
But the thing is, Ryan, you didn't like the last 2 Pokemon games.
Pokemon X and Y and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are, at their core, terrible games.
Would you say they're baby games for babies?
They are baby games. And I was explaining this to a coworker of mine who had never played Pokemon.
Which I imagine he'd love. That you were like, that game is a baby game, and you're a baby.
And I was like, it is, but I'm not a baby. Let me explain it. Because it's so weird. And from what we've heard from people who played the game early, ha ha ha, jokes on Bethesda, it does a lot of the same bullshit where it really holds your hand. Because it gives you the first issue with X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is it gives you the experience share very early on, which is a fine item. You know, you get to share experience with your Pokemon. But instead, you level up one Pokemon in a battle, and then everything on your team gets the same experience.
Right, that's what I heard.
So you're playing what's an RPG? You're playing as Cloud, and Cloud kills the guy, but yet everyone else gets experience, even though Cloud did all the work.
That's not a good metaphor, Ryan.
I'm not thinking of another good one.
Because that's how all RPGs work, Ryan.
Well, in those ones,
Tokyo Mirage Sessions works.
It'd be like if in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the people in your sub party got the same amount of experience.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
they weren't with you when you battled.
Even though the Pokemon aren't actively doing anything,
right.
They're still getting the same benefit. And also another issue is in which I think this game might make the same error is in X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They had Mega Evolution, which is cool, but you're the only person who could do it. So you are the only person who can steamroll through everything.
Oh, so you have these super awesome guys, but no one else.
No one else does.
Oh, that does
but
suck.
also, the thing is, in both of those games, they handed you the most. They give you the starter, which can do it, which is fine. But then they also, to teach you about Mega Evolution, they hand you another Pokemon, and in both cases, those were overpowered creatures. Like Lucario, they gave you that, and he could Mega Evolve, and he still breaks competitive tiers. And in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they gave you Latios and Latios, who are legendary Pokemon, already overpowered, and I already hate using those. And they can Mega Evolve to be even better. And they just hand you it. So it's like even more baby game. It's like you log into your fucking Tokyo Mirage sessions, you're playing as fucking Sephiroth right away, or however metaphors work. And Sun and Moon has Z moves, you know? So your Pokemon can use a super powerful move. And my fear is, because they're handing you this even earlier, is that you'll play the game and you'll destroy everything in one hit. Because you have this ultimate ability that no one else can use. And if Sun and Moon does that again, I don't know what I'll do with myself, George. Because Pokemon's one of my favorite franchises ever, and I love it way too much than I should as an adult male, or as anyone. And if they do this again, I don't know what I'll do, George, because it's just bullshit. The game also looks kind of ugly.
Because it's on 3DS.
It's on a 3DS, and like the models look very weird and stiff. And in the demo, the expressions on the protagonists didn't move. Like, there was a scene where, like, they saw this Pokemon and it was like, whoa, look at that Pokemon. And everyone behind you was like, whoa, and, like, all scared. But your protagonist still had this same creepy smile. And if the actual game does that, too, and keep you expressionless, that's terrified. Because you're playing as this madman. I don't know. I don't think that'll be an issue, but...
Well, I hope it's good for your sake. Right?
There's a lot of cool Pokemon. A lot of cool new Pokemon. I'm interested in a lot of the plot stuff, the Ultra Beast stuff. Rowlet is adorable, and his Final Evolution Decidueye is cool, but the game will probably not be great.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you've set your expectations.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be fine.
Okay, and the last game, Ryan. Final Fantasy 15. It's coming out next month. Here it is.
Didn't we say in a thing like it's coming out this month and like the next day it was...
We do that, yes.
We do that a
that
lot.
About a lot of games.
That's a thing.
Corpse Party, I don't even know if that's a game that came out.
It did come out this month, George, and I didn't play it because I can't do it now, George. I don't have the time.
Okay, well.
And it's also Halloween's over, so like I don't want to play a game that's basically Halloween.
Right.
The point of like coming out in like September or August was like, oh, a good Halloween game you can give me through the whole season. But it came out like 2 days before Halloween. So what the hell?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. But Final Fantasy 15. I have no interest in this game.
Me
I
neither.
will play it because it is a big game.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
If you don't play all the bullies on the playground, we'll beat you up and call you a nerd for not playing Final Fantasy 15.
And I just gotta know.
You just gotta know how bad it'll be.
Just gotta know.
You just gotta know if Backstreet's really back.
I gotta know.
I know.
I gotta know.
You gotta try out that
That's
VR thing?
Really the only thing. No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. That's the only reason I'm playing this. We gotta know. You gotta know. What the fuck is this thing? Florence and the Machine's in it.
Oh, jeez.
What is going on?
Forget about that. Man.
I saw that movie. I reviewed it.
You did see that movie.
It's not good. It's very bad.
A coworker of mine told me that movie was great. I'm just going to tell you that.
That's very bad.
Okay, cool.
I will tell you that it's very bad.
My phone is now saying things because I said the word okay. You know how Androids
technology.
do that.
Yeah. But you don't have an Xbox One, so we could say Xbox on.
Yeah, or else it could be beeping the whole time. Man. Is that it for...
That is all the video games right now. I hope
next month is going to be crazy.
I hope we have time to actually play video games next month. Right?
I took time off of work to play Pokemon, so yeah. I will be able to talk a lot about that.
I genuinely hope that game is all right, Ryan.
Look,
I hope that you enjoy it.
I enjoyed X and Y until I beat it, and then I was like, this was not a good experience. So as long as I finish the game, I'll know exactly what my thoughts are. But
chances are that it's not going to be great, and then everyone around you is going to be like, Ryan, you fucking idiot nerd, this game is awesome.
That's what a lot of people told me about X and Y.
Yeah.
And it's like, you like the game because it's nothing but nostalgia and bullshit. Or it's like... competitive people love it because Mega Evolutions made competitive stuff really interesting. And, like, I don't have the patience or heart to do competitive stuff anymore because that's not fun, George. Train up your IV and EV stats in Pokemon makes no sense. And there's no visual representation on it. At least when I played Pokemon back in the good old days, there wasn't. Now the game just hands you everything. God damn it. I hate Pokemon. I hate Pokemon so
Well,
much.
I hope you...
But Mimikyu is so adorable, and I can't wait to get one.
Alright, the sad thing.
The sad thing. He's cute. I also like that the Chimera Pokemon. Have you seen that one?
Who?
There's a Chimera Pokemon called Type Null.
I don't think I know this one.
He's cool. He's like he looks like Arceus the God Pokemon.
Okay. I know that.
There's also a lot of cool Alola forms. That Sandshrew. There was a leaked one that I'm really excited about. I'm not going to say it on here.
Okay.
Because I know everyone cares so much about a pure Pokemon experience.
Okay. I hope Final Fantasy 15 is enjoyable. God knows I will not have enough time to play by the next time we record, because that comes out at the end of the month.
Do you think we're both going to be satisfied come next recording time?
I mean, to be honest with you, Ryan, I wasn't really looking forward to this fall.
You weren't?
No, there's not that much.
A lot of big stuff, just
Nothing
the
that
emotion's
I'm
not there.
pining for.
The emotion's not there.
It's not like the beginning. I mean, it's nonstop up here till March, Ryan. Nonstop until April.
Oh man.
January, we got Resident Evil 7.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Night in the Woods. I'm fucking hyped as fuck for Night in the Woods.
I know you are.
Holy fuck me. God damn. Night in the Woods.
I'll be
February is...
I'll be playing my backlog until
Right.
March.
February got Horizon Zero Dawn and Persona 5.
Oh,
There's a
my
South Park
God.
game at some point there.
We don't care about that.
There's something else I'm missing completely that I'm blanking on. Oh yeah, Gravity Rush 2 comes out. I really want to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then March, and the new fucking Nintendo console.
Man, I'm going to take up a lot of time from work to play Breath of the Wild.
All right. Well, that's
But
a
I can
podcast.
play it at work on my Nintendo Switch.
That's right. I'm sure your patient you're carrying is all like, "Oh, what is that thing?" Oh.
And I'm like, shut up, old man.
Uh-huh.
And I'll kick him down a stairwell.
Sure.
I don't do that. I'm a good healthcare employee.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. For Jurge Ryan Video Games, I'm George.
I'm the Ryan.
Have a wonderful day.
Pokemon.